Hello, I'd like to talk today about a new concept that is inspired of the soul music. It is the soul art and the connection between this concept of the soul art and the plasticity of our emotions. How an emotional script of despair, of shame, dismay, disgust, suffering in all its forms can mute in a script that allow us to find meaning together through the art path. What I call the soul art, it's connected with the idea of a soul body. That's not a mind and body, because when we speak about mind, we always have the idea of a cognitive part of the human being, and I'd like to refer to the soul as I refer to this part of the being which is a mind, but which is also all the emotions flowing, coming, and surprising this mind, and scaring sometimes this mind, and how we can deal with in the art path a way of knowing our emotions, keeping in touch with those emotions, and transforming them in a language that can be understood and can be very interesting. And because it is interesting, it can be brings mutual joy. So in a first part of the video, I would like to expose the relationship in between truth and the soul art. In a second part, I would like to speak about the presence of what I call the art body. And in a third part, I would like to refer up this art body as a soul body. That's why I speak of soul art. So about truth and the soul art. I quote Dr. Brian Lynch works, Knowing Our Emotions, and he says, we will be interested in not hurting one another. Therefore, we will make clear judgments about whether expressing emotions would do all persons involved more harm than good. So, which are the emotions expressed, and the way these emotions are expressed can cause us harm or can cause us good. And my hypothesis is that through art, emotions, even when they are negative, can be very interesting and can cause us good and can help us to do a living, help us to go on, to carry on. Because when we sing a song, when we write a poem, when we paint a beautiful painting, we share an astonishing picture, even if the topic is a difficult topic, we are working, elaborating things through a language, giving them a place instead of hiding, denying, avoiding, self-attacking, self-punishing ourselves or attacking others, we are trying to, in a way, not hurt one another throughout. What is very interesting is when we are in touch with one another in that way, in this artistic path, that we are creating things together, then, as Dr. Brian Lynch says, if we are interested in one another, we don't hurt the other, because we are composing together. And so we are in a mutation field of emotions. That's why I talk of the plasticity of emotions. Well, at least this is what should happen in the art process, especially when one's express emotions. For instance, when I give my abstract art, but I'm thinking when someone sing a song, gives a poem, share a movie script or a theater script and thing, it is in order to help someone, to solve the problems that he's failing to solve, him or her are failing to solve, by sharing an experience of deep interest in the human condition, offering that person a different language to reach and understand his or her emotions. Art is a different language of understanding. And it's sometimes it's quite immediate. You see a picture and you begin to cry and you are in touch with your sadness, and at the same time you are moved, and instead of having a feeling of frustration, of self-punishment, you can transform what you are feeling, because you see, this sadness I am feeling, the painter also felt. And this sadness I am feeling, the singer also felt, or the sprout I am feeling. Elvis Presley, when he sing My Way, he also felt it. So it's a way of not being alone in the past, and sharing our emotions together, and also our faults. And sometimes art make us cry, make us laugh, make us have surprises, and it works with our inner process, but in an interesting manner. It's in a knowing manner and in a learning manner. So the way the art is done and giving during our living process can be a starter for interest and joy, excitement, or on the contrary, awake painful shame, dismay, and disgust, or self-punishment process. The connection between the plasticity of our emotions and art is a crucial factor to encourage evolution in the situation of a living process. In fact, our emotions have to mute so that we are able to transform and overcome a painful script into a script that allows us to go on. We need to overcome shame, disgust, dismay, fear, terror, the feeling of being somehow rejected through the label bad or wrong, thanks to the experience of mutual interest and affective attunement that creation allows us. I think this is very important. This is the affective attunement that art allows us immediately. It's a language that can cross boundaries and reach the heart. So I would like to speak also of the presence of the art body. The art body is, well, it's very difficult to change a script alone, right? Especially if it's a painful script. The fact of experiencing joy, happiness, instead of failure in art situations, sometimes in a new context with different person, a context of mutual interest, shared joy and fully understanding, will be very important for our evolution. And it's good to have people around, I say Dr. Brian Lynch, with whom you can begin to express emotion in a more modulate and healthy way that can heal the brain. So if you can express and modulate your emotions through art, you can be in a healing path in a way with others, because you are expressing yourself but modulating your emotions, composing with them, giving them a meaning. So it's not only I feel bad, you know, you make a picture, you figure how you're going to express, and you're in a reflexive, cognitive path at the same time that you are in a feeling path. That's I call the art body. For instance, periods of calm and the capacity to be alone and develop an inner life in order to change the perception of oneself is also very important in the field of the plasticity of emotions. The art path can be very helpful to let go the label bad that education sometimes gave to us, and let come the label learning. It's not the label the best. It's not going to the label bad to the label go the best, but go to the label learning. Let go the shame belonging to our past memory feelings, and let come the affective attunement that allows interest and joy to be again part of the script, and art can do that. Everything, including ourselves, is eternally changing. Being fully present through the art path to our emotions, to the shame, to the fear, to the guilt, to the dismay, to the disgust, let them be present is important to be able to transform those emotions. And of course, it's a long text, and I'm referring to, and I wrote the soul art and the plasticity of emotions in my blog. It's a text that I put in my blog, and you can consult it and think about it. I was just introducing it, and I should say that art modifies our labels, and it modifies the label bad or the label the best to the label learning. I am learning. And the art path can allows us to learn together, and that's the joy of the art path and the joy of what I call the soul body. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you very soon in the next video.